Hi Aquarius, here's a general look at your solar chart for April 2012. Now every year at this time the Sun comes into a fire sign, that's Aries, and it's in a really good angle to your sign, which is an air sign. A lot of people think that Aquarius is a water sign. It is not. It is a fixed air sign. And so fire and air get on really well together, and they feed each other. So it can be quite an upbeat energy with the Sun in Aries until the 20th. So you could be socializing more, you could be busy, you could be making new connections, meeting new people, gathering information, sharing information, and just probably running around more mentally or physically, and maybe more paperwork, maybe study, that kind of thing. Between the 14th and 17th you could feel challenged or have to bear more of a burden related to communications, paperwork, correspondence, study, or travel. It might be travel, it might be to do with travel or transport vehicles, it might be communications equipment as well. So a little bit more on your shoulders related to those things, but have a look at the Saturn, long Saturn transit, what I've written about it on my website if you're not there already, to see what this blip may be about. It doesn't look terrible, it doesn't look bad, it's just a time that maybe you should look out for. And actually Saturn's in a really good angle to your sun sign anyway, as it goes through Libra, because Libra is a fellow air sign. Now until the 16th, Mercury will probably put the mental focus, discussion, speculation onto material matters. Might be finances, might be property, it might be a space large or small, just to do with stuff. So basic stuff, could be someone else's stuff. It just puts you in the flow of information exchange around stuff, material things. You could find yourself playing the go-between even. That's the way that Mercury can work. Practical resources, lines of supply, the comfort zone, what you've got around you, will be emphasized, and very much highlighting the physical material aspects of life. It can even be health as well. It can be working like that. So you may just have to watch all that more. You may be watching the piggy bank more, but new information may come to your attention, which could help improve the situation, or at least give you some bright new ideas. Discussions definitely though will have a practical slant, but you'll be keeping your ear to the ground because of this practical side of things, because you want the help, you want the improvement, you want the knowledge, you want the connections, whatever it is. And then from the 16th there may be more time spent on the phone, with paperwork, or with the computer, just more mental focus needed there. Bringing your mind to bear upon whatever it is. It could be some sort of creative work that you're doing as well. You could be sourcing information, you could be looking for good outlets for information, you could be putting the word out. Joining up the dots, talking to more people. Some of this mental energy may be as well used in just kind of mundane things like filling out forms or getting your head around the instructions to do with communications equipment, or it could be around vehicles, transport or travel. Try to avoid getting too scattered though during this phase, and just learn to relax and let go. I think you're going to be able to do that because of where Venus is going to be. But you know, just chill, because your sign does rule the parasympathetic nervous system along with the circulatory system. So just watch it really. With Mercury here, it's a very busy. You know, it's all head stuff going on, and you're very good at staying there in the head. Now, fortunately, until the 4th, there's a very warm, friendly vibe coming into the flooding into the roots of your chart, which means that you could find the surroundings very amenable, very beautiful even. You know, it could be to do with the nature that you have around you. You're really beginning to breathe in that, enjoy that. Can manifest as to do with you just being in a space you prefer, or getting to visit one, or maybe just embellishing your space. Just getting more out of what you have in your immediate vicinity, physically, but also with people. You know, that it might be to do connected to family, or maybe it's not your blood family, maybe it's an extended family like the neighborhood, the community. So that's a nice energy down there. And then from the 4th, Venus moves to stay in Gemini for a very long time, until August. And this is excellent news for you Aquarians, because Venus is going to be in a very playful area. It can work in various ways, but it hints that daily encounters are going to be tend to be more entertaining, more it'll help you to feel more relaxed, more accepted, or more the center of somebody's attention, because actually this is also a romantic area as well. It can work like that. It can mean that you have more interaction with children, or animals. It can just mean that if you are working on a project, your creative juices really start to flow, and you just feel more enterprising and enthusiastic. You feel more empowered because you found that you can do something really well, or others think you can, and that's very gratifying. Or you already knew you could, but you never got the chance to. Well, now you're probably going to get a chance to. So they say, you know, get out your guitar, or, you know, whatever it is, you know, let's go and do the thing, and you're very much respected, and you feel the sense of empowerment anyway. It might not be that, it might be work, it might be that you find that you're really enjoying your work at the moment, and but definitely opportunities are there for you to feel a little bit special, to feel more valued. And it's great news, because Venus is in a fellow air sign. It will be there until August, so make hay while the sun shines, that's what I say. Now, for several months, Mars is in a very different place, and it means that there's a lot going on inside of you, probably. Mars is a very hot energy, but the area that Mars is in, and has been in since last November, is very emotional. So it can it can mean that there's waves that come up and well up in your throat sometimes, because you just get hit by a feeling of loss, or a feeling of whatever it is, loneliness, or it's just emotion. It might be not like that. It might be that you get overwhelmed with a love for someone as well. It's just quite an intense area for emotionally. But you Aquarians are very good, as I said earlier, of sitting in your head all the time. So this will make itself known to you anyway. At times, this long Mars transit it's still got a few months to go. It's going to be in this area until July. So people may come up to you and say, "Hey, how are you today? You look great." Well, you know, we can always hope. But actually, you're turbulent. There's all kinds of things going on inside of you, but they can't see it, you see. Because you tend to want to keep a lid on it. You tend to want to keep it confidential. You want to tread carefully with certain people at certain times. So whatever it's about, now it might be about money, it might be about property, it might be about a space, small, large. It might be about a contract or an agreement you've made, or you're going to make, and you're weighing it up. You're not sure. Should I, shouldn't I? You're not sure. But just say to yourself, you know, what is the thing that will make me happier? What is the thing that will make me feel lighter? What is the thing that will make me be more fun to be around? You know, because I'm not carrying this, whatever it is. So maybe you want to go and get confidential advice. Maybe this is a way it can work. Or maybe you yourself are working with somebody who's in trauma or transition. Actually, that word transition is basically the key feature of where Mars is. It is in the house of transition. It's in the house of transformation. So you will be shifting gears over these many months, and you will be emotionally maturing, even though it doesn't feel like it when you're in it. Believe you me, you will be. And you'll come out the other side, and the better for it. You will be reborn in, like, you know, not like a huge way, but in small ways. You will feel breakthroughs one after the other. You know, you will just feel this, and it will kind of be just your business. You know, nobody else's business but your own. It depends on how you are and what your natal chart is like, but these are the kinds of ways this could work. It might be more externalized. It might not be so internal as I've been describing. It might just simply be to do with a buying selling situation, or a joint project, or something you're responsible for on behalf of another, and they rely on you, or in fact you're relying on somebody who is responsible, and you don't like it, but you actually have to rely on them for certain things, or maybe you don't mind, but you might feel a little bit manipulated or controlled, and you don't like that. So you just tend to be more guarded, and these are the kinds of ways this can work. Now, another way it can work is that you're getting into deeper stuff like the occult, like shamanism or paganism or Wicca, or you're getting into that intuitive side of life. You're getting into looking more deeply into, you're not happy with the surface anymore. You're looking more deeply. Maybe things have happened which make you start to ask questions. You see, this is another way it can work. And a last way I'll mention that it can work is that a relationship can be very intense, can be deepening, you can be bonding with someone, or, you could be there can be a separation in a relationship because you've chosen that. But it touches you, see, either way, it touches you very deeply. So it's gear change. It's a very, very slow gear change happening in these many, many months. Mars is going to be in this area here. And your feelings will be different when you come out of the other side, but you'll know yourself an awful lot more. From the 20th, the mental pace will slow down. That's when the sun moves. It come out of the so much busy hustle and bustle, and it'll slow down, be more upon home, maybe family, or maybe extended family, community, neighborhood, your space, property. And now here I've been speaking about the faster moving inner planets, but also you want to set that against the slower moving outer planets. And if you're not on my website already, you will find what the slower outer planets are doing in your sign. It's written up there. And also on here you may like to find your rising sign, the forecast for that, or your moon sign, and it'll add to or subtract from what I've said here. And I hope this helps, and I'll see you the next time.